I have a pretty funny story to tell. And it's about my number neighbor. You might remember, a little while ago it was this meme to dial someone up whose number was 1 digit off of yours. So for example, if your number ended on a 2, you would call the person with a 3 or a 1. And I mean, it's been a bit of a meme. Pretty fun. I never did anything with it. Until last Friday, I believe it was. Last Friday I got a call from a lady. Or at least she sounded like a lady. I'm not on the call. I see my phone. I'm on my phone. That's what I wanted to say. I'm on my phone. And I get this call from a number I don't know. And before I could even process, like, okay, am I expecting a call from someone? Is this someone I might know? What's happening? They hung up. So I couldn't even answer. It was like a split second. And then I thought, like, okay, well, maybe they pushed the wrong button. I'll get a call again. I'll leave it for a minute or two. And after 2 minutes, I didn't get a call back. So I decided, okay, well, if you're not gonna call me, I'll call you. I called them. And it was this older lady. Not necessarily old, but like mid-50s probably somewhere. That's at least how she sounded. And I asked her, hey, you called me. And she said, oh, is this the old number of... And she says a name. And I'm like, well, no, I have my number for over 7 years. I'm pretty sure this is my number. And she's like, oh, well, in that case, something is going on. I called the wrong number. And she asked, are you number 1 or are you number 2? And she's talking about the final digit of my phone number. And I was like, well, I'm number 1. And she's like, oh, okay, then I called the wrong number. And I was like, well, that's a bit odd. But... not entirely new to me, because I've had this happen before. I hang this lady up, I'm like, okay, now I know. Because the reason being that I've had phone calls from numbers that I don't know before. Hell, I even had a message. I got a message, a text message, from an organization that does blood donations. People go there to donate blood. And they told me my appointment was ready. Oh god, that was so bad. My appointment was set. And I was like, okay, that wasn't me. So I contacted their customer service and they were like, oh well, what's the number? What's happening? And I was like, yeah, well, I mean, how's he already that far ahead? And I was like, yeah, well, I'm not coming to donate my blood. I did not make this appointment, but I got this call from your system. And she's like, okay, well, we'll have a look into it, and thank you for calling. No problem. I was like, okay, that's fine. Stuff happens. People make mistakes. It's whatever. Then I think it was 1 or 2 months later, I get a call, and it's this guy who says, hey, I'm from this and this garage, your car is ready. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, well, your car's in the garage, it's ready now. And I'm like, dude, that's not my car. It's like, oh, well, then I got the wrong number. And I was like, dude, are you sure you're okay? What's happening? This is the second time in 2 months that I got a call from someone claiming, hey, your belongings are here. So, well, I had the garage. I was like, well, I'm okay with taking the car, but it's not my car. Are you sure you want to give it to me? And they were like, oh, well, okay, problem, our bad. We had the wrong number, probably. I was like, okay, well, that's weird. It happened twice now. And then it happened another time. Because I got another text message confirming my vaccination appointment. And it was somewhere in the south of the country, and I do not live there. It was pretty far away from me. I was like, well, I'm not coming to your location to get vaccinated because it's on the other side of the fucking country. They were like, oh, well, something went wrong. I was like, oh my god, okay, this is so annoying. But now I know. Because it is this dude. It's the dude this lady, probably the same dude that this lady wanted to call. So I know his name. I don't know his last name because that got lost in the conversation a little bit. But overall, I know who he is. He's this guy from the south of Netherlands. He has a car. I can't remember which car, but I knew. Because they told me, hey, it's ready. He is pretty healthy. He donates blood. And he is vaccinated. Assuming that he went to his appointment, of course. But, yeah, so that's... Isn't that very fucking weird? That I know of this person completely unrelated to me. The only thing is that our phone numbers are the same, except the last digit. And this dude is having his whole life. I was a bit irritated by the fact that he was giving my number to people. Because I was like, okay, well, motherfucker, he's just trying to annoy me or something. Not me necessarily, but like... If he doesn't want to give his real number or real information, he probably gives my number. And that was when it hit me. That I've done the same thing before. So I'm not gonna tell exactly what happened. But let's just say I was in a position where a person of authority wanted my phone number. And I said, nope. I was like, why the hell do you need my phone number? If you're gonna give me whatever, then give it right now, but you don't need my phone. And they did not like me protesting against it. And threatened to give me a fine. Allegedly. So I was like, okay, well, whatever, I'll give you the number. So I set my entire number. Except for the last digit. I set the number 2. Instead of the number 1. And... I don't know, I don't think they ever called. But I gave them the number of my number neighbor. And now I know that this is a real number, because this dude has been giving my number to a lot of people as well. So I don't know, it's probably just mistakes. But it kind of seems like me and my number neighbor are just being like, yeah, fuck you, dude, yeah, fuck you too. It's also this very intimate information. It's his donation to... it's his donation of blood, it's his car... It's his vaccination, like... It's just weird. This random guy from the south of the Netherlands. But yeah, that's my story of my number neighbor.